Hey, what's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 36, and we're recording on Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019. I'm Doug, and joining me as usual, we have Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as our quick weekly reminder, please like, subscribe, download, leave us feedback and comments at SojuTalkPodcast@gmail.com, YouTube, Reddit, wherever you are finding us. Boy, the last 3 weeks, we've had only one major release per week, right? But
Right.
That.
it seems like more than ever, companies are avoiding big releases.
Mhm.
That's what I'm getting at. But this week's song, which came out on April 22nd, Monday, was TWICE's Fancy.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Fancy.
Let me start at the top. I thought when the teaser said the song was fancy, I thought it was like, ooh, we so bougie. Like, I thought that's what the vibe was going to be.
Oh.
Not like,
I mean,
I
it
like
kind of
someone.
is.
No, it's definitely like, I fancy you. That's definitely what it is.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
say
okay,
that.
that too. But I felt like when especially when Mina was in the night building in her dress, I was like,
Oh.
No
It's
way.
fake.
No way. It is. Yeah,
I thought it's like a double take. You
No
know?
way. You crazy, fam.
All right, I guess I'm crazy. Little.
All right, but let's talk about the song, though. Maybe a hot take. I'm not sure. For me, this is their best song ever. This is by far, by a
I don't
country
know.
mile.
Statement.
That's a bold statement. So you're saying this is better than Cheer Up.
Yes,
Better than
This
TT?
is better than TT.
yes.
Better than
Oh.
Signal, Heartshaker, Likey, Yes or Yes. All
yeah,
that.
Yeah. If it's
Wow.
not their best song ever, it's definitely top 3.
I agree with top 3.
I also agree
wouldn't
with
say
top 3.
number 1. Yeah.
Okay, so you know how so I remember last week or over the weekend when they were posting the teaser videos. The first teaser video, we thought this was the full concept change, right? Like full girl crush from
Right.
Right.
Bubblegum. I'm happy that it's not the full switch yet.
I agree. I think this is bridging now. And it's gonna facilitate a change later on, maybe.
I feel like they might never just do a full concept change and just gradually
True.
change every.
Yeah.
I think that's fine, honestly.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, doing a full concept change is kind of a risky move. The only people who succeeded doing that is Girl Generation. Who else?
No, it's like they're hitting that certain mark right now. It's like in between Bubblegum and Girl Crush, which is sort of the notes that IZ*ONE tries to hit over and over again. They're trying. There's the song Fancy is pretty much that type of thing, right? But
Yeah.
my goodness, is this good? Like, I was okay. My expectations were that it's a TWICE song, has to be good, right? And that's the first thing,
Mhm.
and at the minimum, has to be very catchy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But this has exceeded my expectations. I would say. I didn't expect it to be
agree.
this good.
Yeah, I feel like from the teasers, I thought it was gonna be very I don't know, the vibe that I got from the teasers and the song was very retro, very disco-y,
Mhm.
and I was afraid I wasn't gonna like it because of that. But I the full song I think works a lot better, and it doesn't sound I don't know, it
You know,
doesn't sound old. Yeah.
It sounds very balanced.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the melody line is kind of retro.
Mhm.
Yes, I agree.
The main chorus,
It's good that they also have the breakdown
that thing.
for Sana and Chewie to have, because it's not
Yes.
they kind of needed
Mhm.
that, I would say.
Yeah.
If
Yep.
it was a good palate cleanser in the middle of the song, I would
I
say.
agree. Yes.
That part is my favorite part because the guitars come in and they're
Yes.
dang dang dang, and then I'm like, oh, chocolate ice cream, here we go.
All right,
That's my
so
favorite.
do we have anything else to say about the song, not the music
Their
video?
outfits are great.
Oh no, okay,
their
we're going
hair-
straight into the music video. Let's do it into the music
I
video.
have something about the song. real
Oh, okay,
quick.
musically, what do you think,
Oh.
Warren?
I might have said this is my favorite TWICE song,
Mm?
but there's something that's holding me back from it. And
Hmm.
if you there was like the last teaser that dropped right before the song came out
Yeah.
had a bit of the song in it, and then it was like fancy you da 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 something like that. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that part kind of feels like out of like place.
What?
Really?
What?
That's my
Just
favorite
that
part.
That's like my favorite part too,
That's my
Anita.
favorite part.
I just wish
No, no.
that part wasn't there.
You know what's my favorite part? That the two-hand like whirlwind thing that goes on twice. Like, okay, how do I describe it?
Wait.
What?
They put both their hands up and they like swing them around. I don't know how to describe it. If you watch the music video, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's in
Are
the
they
middle.
like whacking? Like, is that what it is? Like,
No. Like they put both hands, right? The palms of your hands are towards you, right?
palms of my hands are towards me. Okay.
And then you swing them in a circle while going up.
Huh.
Really? You don't know that part? Okay, I'm shocked. But that was my favorite part of the music video. Nayeon's in the center. It's during her singing part.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll just move on because clearly we did not focus
don't
on the
know
same
what that
things in
is.
this song.
I have to watch it again.
After this podcast, I will literally send you the link with the timestamp.
You know what I did focus on though?
What?
You know who got a lot more screen time and I'm really happy
Who?
about? Chaeyoung.
Chaeyoung, yeah, she's the
Yes.
star of this music
She's the
video.
main character, like the protagonist. And like every time there's like the ooh thing. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Fancy.
Ooh, that thing like Sorry to everyone listening out there. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Whenever that happens, then Chaeyoung comes out with her blonde hair. I'm like, oh, like kill that shit, you know? Like
Okay, so let's. Okay, I was trying to give out gold. Like, you know how sometimes I say my MVPs of this song were this person, and this person. Very difficult on this song because they all look so good.
Yes.
For me, if I had 3 MVPs, so 33% of the team. Number 1, Chaeyoung, 100%. I think she's the overall MVP of the song. Number 2, even though her part was a little simpler than others, I thought Dahyun looked really, really pretty this comeback. And they finally gave her hair that wasn't bananas and stupid looking.
I mean, it's still bananas, but yeah, it's not stupid anymore.
My third one, I was in between 3 people.
Oh.
Actually 4, which is stupid.
What?
I don't know, right? Other people, I thought Gio looked fantastic, right?
As per usual.
Nayeon as like she's pretty much the main kid of TWICE, right? Like she always leads the choruses. She held the line strong. This kind of concept fit Momo well, but I think Momo will shine when they go even further girl crush and mature themes. I think later. This is just the start for her. And then shout out to Mina's ponytail.
I agree.
That was legendary.
Mina.
With the bang.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. TWICE.
Yes.
Like, okay, I think it's as K-pop fans, it's sometimes bad that we only think about like visuals, but it's like an inherent part of K-pop, right? Hot take here. On average, TWICE might have one of the highest visual rating.
They're all pretty. Yeah.
Oh, but man, this song was like another one of like JYP's flexes, right? Like, God, this song was such a hard flex.
Yo, shout out to Black Eyed Pearson. That they did it again. It's them.
It's
You know,
them.
The same people who did Likey, TT, Cheer Up. It's them.
Wow. Nice.
Also, a quick shout out to Momo.
Momo looked awesome. Like she was heavily focused in the teasers more than she was in the actual video, I would say.
That too, but she was in my dream the other night.
What?
What? Okay, where's this going?
We were just hanging out and watching TV, and I was like, "You want to eat fried chicken?" And we got fried chicken delivered.
Okay, Warren. Interesting dream from this guy.
Oh, it was weird.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yo, the outfits, the black concept. You know how they have multiple outfits. The
I
black
like
one
that.
was awesome.
Yes.
That was tremendous.
Fuego.
I think that they're gonna win a ton of shows with this song because
I just want to see the live stages.
yeah, because BTS and Blackpink, because they're doing a lot of stuff in North America right now. They're not really on music
Marco.
shows.
Yeah.
And TWICE, they like go on all the domestic shows, and then they'll probably go to Japan for something because that's what they generally do.
Mhm.
But since they're gonna stay domestic, they might win like 9 awards for this song. Like,
Aren't they
Mhm.
doing a world tour soon?
Oh, right.
yes, soon. It's in a couple months, I think.
Oh, a couple months. Okay, they're fine.
It's in at least a month because I saw that the tickets for the first op were going on sale, I think, in 2 weeks.
Oh, shite.
So they will have enough time to promote this song. So that's pretty cool.
Okay. Oh, I gotta give another shout out, right?
Okay.
Oh, who else was in your dream, Warren?
No, okay, no, she was she wasn't in my dream. But like, okay, when Jonghyun started growing out her hair,
Okay, yes, we need to
yes.
talk about
we
this.
gotta talk about it. When Jonghyun started growing out her hair, but I think it was starting to get noticeable around Dance the Night Away, right? Last summer,
Mm-hmm.
it was starting to get to her like shorter length. I thought it was kind of awkward. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. But now, oh, full fledged. Oh, here we go. Like, damn. Like, just gotta.
It
put
looks
that out
nice.
there. Like,
I
it
always
looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
like when I picture Jonghyun, I remember the short blonde hair, specifically Signal era Jonghyun. I thought was like the peak of the blonde bob cut.
Mm-hmm.
I just have the image
Short
of the
black
teaser
hair.
photos in my head, but she pulls it off really nicely, right?
She does. She's low key like the visual top in the group, and people don't notice. Haven't
What?
noticed because of- people haven't noticed because of
disagree?
the hair.
Have you heard of Arga Chui? Have you heard of her?
I'm okay. I want to say that she's
Everyone's
like.
pretty.
Exactly.
There we go. Lesson of the
Everyone's
day.
Man, but that was like the hottest take you've had in the last 6 months, I think.
I
Okay.
like to think she's like, if she, I like to think she's like on Zui's tier or like a little lower.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like.
Okay.
All right, I guess my tastes are too hot for you. All right, whatever.
I mean, you're entitled to pick your visual top tier completely.
Comments.
But I'm also entitled not to agree with it. But I think overall, great song, great comeback. I'm happy that
Yes.
JYP gave them a lot of rest after the hectic 2018 they had.
Yep.
They basically, I know they did the Dome tour in Japan, but they didn't do any like hard promotions
For a while.
since Yesterday Yes ended, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
mean-
there was even a Japanese release in between that and this.
No, but then again, it's only been 6 months.
Yeah, but I think they needed the
Yeah.
rest.
They needed the rest. But yeah, this is definitely being the longest.
Oh,
TWICE has
one
had a
more
comeback
part
in a
I
while.
liked in the music video.
Oh, more.
You know how Jonghyun had that focus and then Mina had that focus back to back where they did like interesting dance moves.
I think so. I think I remember.
After the after the
This is- this
the
was like
dance break.
This was like 60-70% into the song, if I remember. I don't know.
Oh, okay, I remember. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, I thought Mina's part was, I don't know, maybe I was just so
Fuego.
focused on the ponytail that I couldn't like, it was, that might be the highlight of this whole song for me, her ponytail.
The way
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
partially dyed gray, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Like
Gray? I
Damn.
thought it was like blonde.
it was like ashy, kind of like.
Highlighted.
Yeah, it was great. I don't fucking know. It was great.
Okay, but I think we've covered this song pretty well at this point. I'm really excited
Go
for
TWICE.
the live stages.
Yes, me too.
Bro, I need to get these tickets for this concert that's gonna happen. Oh, all right, but let's move on to our show winners. Yo, Eyes won.
Oh boy.
Somehow we ended with a total of 7 wins.
Oh my
for
god.
Violetta.
Wow.
Congrats.
I told you at least 6.
My prediction was 4, I think, right? I think initially.
Something like that.
But they won this week their 5th, 6th, and 7th awards on the show champion, and M Countdown back to back to
Wow.
back. So that's 7
All
wins
right.
total for Violetta, and I'm pretty sure that Lavi and Rose only had 3. And that's why I predicted
Wow.
4.
Oh wow, that's more than double.
Additionally, BTS won on Music Bank and Show Music Core, so 2 wins for Boy With Love.
Mm-hmm.
Blackpink won for Kill This Love on Inkigayo. And then today on the show, Super Junior DNE won with Danger.
Yay.
So shout out to them. There was controversy with the Inkigayo win, though.
Oh, why? What happened?
Okay. I'm not going to pick sides here because y'all know that the Blink Army fandoms have been volatile lately.
Wait, what happened? What do you mean volatile? What happened?
They like poo on each other on the internet. Essentially.
Oh.
Their fandoms are
Okay.
kind of like not in the nicest of places.
Okay.
But the controversy with Inkigayo, it's still a developing story, but BTS was not even included on Inkigayo's chart.
Oh? Why?
That's a little weird.
And basically the sentiment is this was an article by Dispatch too, right? So it's not like fans just saying that like, oh, this is weird. Like an actual news source released this article. And the main problem is people always say that YG and Inkigayo are really tightly linked.
Mm-hmm.
So they think something's fishy going on. I'm not going to make a judgment on it. I'm just saying that was a news article that I saw.
Okay, I mean, here's the thing, right? There was because this kind of boils down to politics with broadcasting companies. Because SBS is the one who are running Inkigayo, and they and YG are like couples forever over here. And they used to have beef with SM and Super Juniors from SM. So like I feel like it might be a little too early to make a judgment, but at the same time, not having BTS on the chart, like
a little.
Also, when asked about it, SBS representatives, this is a translation. The algorithm for score calculation is very complex. There were unfitting parts for BTS. The reason why another artist, in quotations, Blackpink, was able to enter the chart was that they met the qualifications for the chart calculations. That just sounds so vague to me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Bullshit.
Interesting.
But I think the strangest part between both groups is that it's hard for them to win on these shows right now because they're doing so much stuff in North America. I'm really interested to see how this always plays out. I think this really sets up TWICE to probably sweep next week. I'm going to call it sweep.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I mean, I don't know how ARMY feels about this, but at this point, like, I honestly didn't expect BTS to spend that much time.
At this point, they're like bigger than shows.
Yeah, like I mean,
they're above that.
Yeah, they're like they should have been playing around here.
Like they collecting like Billboard Music Awards and they looking at Grammys potentially at some point now, right? That's what their eyes should be set on. Yeah, it's interesting how it's come to this point though, where it's like a group is bigger than the industry domestically.
Yeah.
But cool stuff. So let's now move on to what we are currently listening to. Okay, Stray Kids Mirror for me. Still love that song.
Ooh.
Really like
yes.
that song.
I've been listening to Blackpink, not Kill This Love this week, but Don't Know What to Do, which is one of the B-sides on that album. It really, it's like, okay, maybe because they're at Coachella, but this is a very Coachella sounding song.
I agree. Yep.
Like, you could imagine, so this is a pretty electronic song. It's heavily rose vocal focused. And then once the beat drops, you could imagine like those scenes you see at like Coachella, like right when the bass drop hits, all the confetti goes flying everywhere. That's literally what the song is. It's one of those songs. Lastly, I've been listening to some Suran, who's a singer in Korea. Recently, I was not listening to her initially, but articles came out how she had battled breast cancer earlier in her 20s.
In a video star,
and she had a single mastectomy, which means one breast was removed, I believe.
Dang.
And she talked about the difficulties she had because, as some of you may or may not know, when you have a mastectomy, it's oftentimes linked with hormonal changes, and it could very affect the identity of the woman who has this type of surgery. So she talked about the struggles she faced. So I listened to a lot of her music this week. Shout out to her for being comfortable enough to talk about this, because when we talk about these conditions, it shows people suffering that even celebrities have these type of things, and it also normalizes these conditions to the public. So I think it was I'm proud of her for doing it, I would say.
Shout outs.
All right, that's all I've been listening to. Warren, okay, I heard you have a story about some of your stuff.
All right, let's start with the story. Let me just give you guys a rundown of who this is, right? So there's one artist I mention over and over again in this podcast. And who is that? Guys, tell me.
Uneducated kid.
That's right, uneducated kid. Who is uneducated kid's like pretty much like best friend? This guy from Toronto called Paul Blanco. And from based on what I told you about in the past about uneducated kid, Paul Blanco might sound like he's another mumble rapper, but if you like Dean or like if you like Khaled, like you should check him out. Like this is a guy who can rap but also sing like really really well. He goes he goes back and forth between like this like tofu like soft voice, like this like beefy ass thick voice. He goes back and forth between it so easily, and like he does that in some of his songs. And whenever he does, it's like whoa, like you know, like it's his mini album, 5 songs or 6 songs, something like that, and it's only 15 minutes. Really short, short investment. Listen to it while you poop. It's great. I assure you, everyone I've made it. I assure you, if you listen to it, you will never regret it. You will be like, Warren, thank you. I promise you.
Wait,
I promise you, guarantee.
Okay, so that's the artist. So what's the story?
The story was I just came back from my haircut, right? I was getting my haircut.
Oh.
And I was on the bus, and a little story about where I live. There's a bunch of international Chinese kids out here. And he saw my shoes, and he was like, yo, I like your shoes. And I was like, yo, thank you. And then he saw my phone, and he was like, yo, is that Paul Blanco? And I was like, yes, it is. And he was like, boy. And I was like, boy. And he just talked about Paul Blanco for a while. And it was, the wildest thing is, Paul Blanco's a complete rookie. Like, up until a year ago, I had never heard of his name before. He was suddenly on Uneducated Kid and the Quiet's album and stuff like that, and that's why I figured him out. This is his like first like album drop, and then suddenly this Chinese kid knows what Paul Blanco is. So
was it impressive to you,
dude? It's not only impressive; it's a sign.
It is a sign of his popularity.
It's a sign. Like if you ain't getting on the Paul Blanco train, you gotta jump on right now because the train's about to leave.
Before it leaves,
get on, jump on, boys and girls.
Yo, so okay, in terms of K-rap, tell them who you saw this week, who came to Ann Arbor. You gotta talk about that. Anita, did you go? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You were there too. Yep. Was it good? I want some reactions. All right, first tell everyone at home who it was.
Anita, do you want to do the story or should I do the story?
You explain it.
Okay. So, I don't want to reveal it right off the bat, right? So, So this rapper.
It's a rapper.
It's a rapper. He was on Show Me the Money.
Yep.
He spent a good amount of time in America. That's right. This guy, Loopy from Make It Rain. I don't know how, but he came to Ann Arbor and had this this show in a local club / venue around here. And it was something. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not it was good. Like, I'm not a big Loopy fan. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
same.
Yeah. Like, I collect albums. I don't got any Loopy albums. But like, I went and I was like, damn, this guy's live is good. Like, he's just rapping on and on, and his voice projects really well.
Really good performer. Performer.
Yeah, really good performance. Really good voice projection. Really good like. Really, he controls like the stage really well. He has very good stage presence. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Anita?
Yes, I agree.
And I mean, I was there like basically sober. I was one shot in, but I was basically sober, and I still had a great time. So like, if you ever get a chance to see him, like you should see him.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. It was kind of sad sometimes because I mean, Ann Arbor's a small city technically. And the audience was kind of small. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, this year we've had Dumbfounded, David So, and Loopy come through.
That's true.
That's pretty impressive.
That's true. Yeah. The thing is, like Dumbfounded and David So, they were in like the school of theater. This was in a club. This is different.
Yeah, it's way different.
When you in the club, you're just shaking your hands up and down and up and down. It's great. But yeah, Loopy was great. Interesting guy. I shook hands with him about 4 times. How many times did you shake hands with him, Anita?
I don't know, but I just remember you were next to me, and then and he like held your hand.
Dude,
and looked
everyone
at you.
else. I'm okay. I wasn't going crazy. You're right. Okay.
It happened. Yeah.
It happened, right? Okay. everyone he was just grabbing hands with for a couple seconds,
He was super nice. Yeah.
and then like I think he started noticing me because I was rapping along to a lot of the songs. And then at a point, he grabbed my hand and he shook hands for like a solid 3 seconds, and then he winked at me, and I was like, "Ah!"
And then they got happily married and lived happily ever after.
Yep. He's in bed right now with me right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Anyways, I think we should move on from the loopy story.
Mm-hmm.
A song called "Okay Go," I think that's what it's called. I don't think it's called Oko, but a song called "Okay Go" came out by Beans. Oh my god.
What?
Oppa of all time. That's right. He's my rap bias. Sorry, guys.
He's out of the military now, right?
He's out of the
Yes.
military. That's kind of what the song's about. He's like, oh, I left the military. I'm okay. I'm gonna go. Like, you don't stop me. That kind of shit. And then like I when you first hear the beat, it's kind of like I don't know what the fuck's going on. And the drums come in, and you're like, oh, so just go check that out. And then you keep listening, and then later there's essence, and I'm like, what is this? Too much good stuff. But yeah, so enough of Korean rap. Oh my god, that's a lot of Korean rap for today. But another song I've been listening to a lot recently for some goddamn reason. I've been listening to Pinky Star Run a lot from Wonsonya.
Mhm.
I've also been listening to Puzzle Moon a lot. Those 2 songs have been like on loop until yesterday.
They're low key good. They're like my favorite. I don't like the term, but Nugu girl group. They're my favorite one of those.
Oh.
Yo, low key, their music videos were like really well filmed too. Like, I was sitting there I was supposed to do my final paper. I just sat there, watched their music video like 5 times. A mess. That happened, and then I was listening to that in Public Go until yesterday, and then yesterday, you know what dropped? That's right, Twice dropped. So I was like, all right, whole day.
I
all I've been
probably
listening
watched
to-
that music video about 20 times at least so far.
Wow.
Same, probably. That's all I was doing. Like I literally sat in class. This is the last class of my college career today, by the way.
Oh yes.
And then I
Today's
sat
last
there.
day.
Last class of my whole life. And then what was I doing? I was watching Twice music video
In your
Oh,
class?
in class with my earbuds on.
You just don't care if other people
I
watch?
don't care. It was on the far back.
Okay. Interesting choice. All right, so I think that's it, right, for you?
Oh yeah, I talked too much today.
Yeah, not a
This usually doesn't
problem.
happen.
Anita, what have you been listening to?
Okay, so I've been listening a lot to like pop stuff, kind of retro stuff. So one of the artists that had this sound, and I hope they come up with something else this year, is Yubin from the Wonder Girls. So her 2 solos were Lady and Thank You So Much. So I've been listening to those a lot.
Good stuff,
But
good
they're
stuff.
really good, really good.
stuff.
So Lady is more like the more classic retro sound. If you listen a lot to like Japanese city pop, that's really similar. And then Thank You So Much is more like early 2000s, I would say. Like the music video reflects that as well. It's very retro sound, but more in the 2000s era. And then lastly, like everyone else, I've been listening to Twice, Fancy. I saw
Everybody.
I saw like a fan showcase they had, and I really want to see the full dance. It looks really nice. I'm looking forward to the live stages.
I'm looking forward to the M Countdown Super HD videos they'll post eventually.
Yes.
4K 60 frames per
Yep.
second.
That's what
Oh
we're
my
looking forward to.
Yo, low-key though, Lady by Yubin, hella underrated.
It's so
Yubin is
good.
just underrated in general. Like,
I want her to come out with something new.
I just want more city pop from this girl.
I
like,
agree.
honestly.
all right.
Anyways,
Let's move on to news and events from last week. There wasn't
last week.
any humongous ones, but we'll just go through them. So our standard BTS World Domination section, right?
Yeah.
Because they dominate the
Yes.
world. So number 1,
Every week's highlight.
BTS lands number 1 on the Billboard 200 for the 3rd time, and is the first group since the
Wow.
Beatles to have 3 number 1s
What?
in less than a year.
My goodness.
Wait, since the Beatles, you just?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
my
so
God.
Yeah, so they so it's their third number one in just 11 months. Back in June 2018, they topped the Billboard 200 for the first time with Love Yourself Tear. 3 months later, September, with Love Yourself Answer, and then they did it with Map the Soul Persona this week. So they're the first group since the Beatles to record 3 number ones in less than a year. The only other group who did it was the Monkees back in 1967.
What? The Monkees?
Yeah, so that's the type of success and the groups that they are linked with now.
Wow.
I don't know what the Monkees are, but Beatles?
They're like epically legendary for a group
Yes.
back in the day.
Really?
Yes. Okay. So that was that one, and then they set 3 Guinness records with the music video. So most viewed YouTube video in 24 hours, most viewed YouTube video overall in 24 hours, and most viewed YouTube video in 24 hours by a K-pop group. So all sort of similar, but it's apparently 3 different records.
I wonder if they have like a separate room where they keep all like the plaques and like the awards.
All the awards.
It must be at the company, right? They just have like one of the boardrooms is
A
just
museum.
awards.
Boardrooms? No, I'd be like remodeling a whole room to just.
They need a museum. Like so, Real Madrid,
Yeah.
the soccer team, they have like in their stadium just like a museum that has all the big trophies.
Yeah. Yeah, they should.
They should do something similar at Big Hit, and then fans could come and then they could buy merch and they'll make even more money, right? It makes complete sense.
Wow.
BTS, the museum.
Yeah.
BTS Smithsonian.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
I tried. Never mind.
Okay. All right, let's move on. So I got some JYP news, not the company, the man. Okay.
Oh.
So Park Jin-young was revealed to be South Korea's richest celebrity.
Really? Wow.
Oh wow.
Yes. So a financial tracking website revealed that because of his stocks in his own company, right, his net worth is approximately $160 million US.
Whoa.
Yeah, JYP, right?
Wow.
That guy.
Oh my god.
And that's with him only owning about 18% of the company, like in terms of stocks.
Oh, really? Wow.
Isn't that nuts, right?
That's absolutely nuts.
Amazing.
And among the 3 big agencies, so they're talking about JYP, YG, SM, they were the only one to maintain stock performance in the face of the entertainment industry scandals we've had in the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when JYP, like people, like JYP, whenever he's on TV and he talks about how like he like recruits and like trains people, he always talks about like grooming their like upbringing, their like personality, and like you know making sure they're good people and like virtuous and that kind of stuff.
He's like
That's
like,
paying off.
He's heavily invested not only in his employees as employees, but his employees as people. And
Yeah.
in his mind, if he helps them out in their personal lives, maybe let's say get them healthier or get their mental states better,
Right.
they'll perform better in their work, which will benefit him. So it makes sense for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Like he has that
Holistic.
he has that organic
Holistic,
cafe in his building now. Like all these little things are probably making a difference at the end.
Good man.
Yeah, so shout out to JYP, man, because the second place
Great
is
job,
SM
JYP.
Entertainment's Isuman, and third place is YG Entertainment's Yang Hyun-suk. I always get that name wrong, but yeah, so he is clearly number 1 in terms of personal wealth.
Damn.
I bet you Bang Si-hyuk will eventually top that though. That's just a
He'll be
prediction.
up there.
All right, I didn't want to talk about this, but there has been developments in the Jung Jun-young, Seungri, Donghyun chat room majig. I'm not going to go into huge details, but they're accused of sexually assaulting a woman as a group, and it's come out that it's now multiple women. And their Kakao Talk chat rooms have been released, and it don't look good.
Oh, not again.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to really dwell on this that much, but you can all go and read up on this online if you're interested. But it just shows the level of depravity these people had. I know, right? Also, another thing I heard, Roy Kim's status at Georgetown, they're looking into it. It seems like he might get expelled from Georgetown.
Oh.
Wait, what do you mean expelled? Is he still in school?
No, he had to come back because the Korean police requested him to come back. So he had to take this time an emergency leave from Georgetown to fly back to Korea, where I think he went straight to the police.
Wait, he's not graduated yet?
No, because after he got famous, he took a leave of absence from Georgetown, and I think he used up the maximum, which was like 3 or 4 years. So they said you have to either come back and graduate, or you're gonna lose all your credits. So that's why he was back in Georgetown.
Wait, so I'm graduating college before Roy Kim?
Yeah, because he's not gonna graduate. You were supposed to graduate at the same time as him, but he ain't gonna graduate.
Well, that's why you don't commit crimes, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Stay clean.
All right, let's move on to some quick takes now, right? So, TXT and Newest were announced as the first two artists at KCON New York.
Wow.
Yeah.
TXT. Wow.
TXT.
Wow.
Additionally, TXT's first US debut showcase tour completely sells out in minutes. That was a little surprising to me. I'm going to say on record, I did bash it a little last time. Sorry about that. But I just thought, as your friend, that you would want to save your money for a bigger concert. But I'm surprised that they have this much fan power, and shout out to them for having it.
They're going to grow fast.
Yeah. Okay. Also, Super Junior Heechul announces his solo debut.
Yay.
Oh, he's low-key an amazing singer, right? Like, he's low-key good. Like, I've seen him on Anan Hyungnim a lot, and he has some pipes, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing? You have pipes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Some pipes.
Oh, I've never heard of that term before.
Okay, let's move on. So, Swing Entertainment confirmed Jaehwan's solo debut. That was another thing that happened. So he is he's the former main vocalist from 101, and I think he placed, was there 11 or 12 kids in 101? 11? 11. He placed 11th on the show, on Produce Season 2, if I remember correctly. And that kid can sing. Like,
he's very good.
He's really good.
He's talented.
There's no confirmed date for that yet, but it will eventually happen. Okay, a little bit of sad news here. Hello Venus members reportedly agreed to disband.
Oh.
Well,
I kind of put Hello Venus in the same category as Rainbow. Those groups that probably should have won 1 or 2 music shows but never did it. So it's a little depressing. So, but their agency Fantagio responded saying nothing is confirmed, but all the girls their contracts are up soon, so everyone thinks that they are disbanding.
that usually means.
Lastly, Park Bom, who came back just a couple months ago, will be making another comeback with another Brave Brothers track, this time featuring Mamamoo's Wheein.
Ooh.
Okay, I like Wheein.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
That
I'm excited that Park Bom is making more moves.
Yeah.
That's the highlight for me.
I like it.
Yeah, but Brave Brothers.
All right. I like the last comeback, bro.
I think it would be good.
I hope so. You know how I felt about the last one.
Okay, so those are all of the news stories. Nothing super major, but I think mostly we've been dominated by the performance of the big songs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so upcoming releases for next week. Tomorrow on April 24th, Wednesday, we have Very Very and End Flying. That should be cool.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Friday, April 26th, another 101 former member, Baejin Young, will have his solo debut.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, on Monday, The Boys and Newest as a complete group will be coming back finally. So these are all dudes, but all pretty. I'm most interested in Very Very, End Flying, and Newest, I would say.
Too.
Lots of interesting positions here.
Yeah, this is interesting because Very Very has to follow up their debut song. End Flying has to follow up their success of Rooftops. And we're finally getting to see Newest as a group again. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, is this the first comeback as like big
as 5? First comeback as 5.
Wow. Welcome back.
Let's see.
Welcome back, friends.
Was there anything else we need to talk about? It's a little short this week. It's only short because there hasn't been many new songs, right? Like that's really what it comes down to.
I mean, we did spend like 10 minutes talking about Twice only.
Yeah.
You
know what? I'm going to make an executive decision and talk about our plans for the next couple months.
Well, I was going to suggest you say it anyways.
Okay, so here's what's happening, everyone.
What's up, everybody?
Unfortunately, season 1 of Soju Talk will be coming to an end after next week's episode. Not this one, but next week's.
Aww.
But don't be sad. We ain't going away for that much. Basically, Warren and Anita are going to Korea for a month to a month and a half, starting in a couple weeks.
Yes.
So because they'll be in another country and the recordings would be weird because it would require Anita to go to like a PC bang to record this, which would be awkward. And she's gonna be busy with school and sightseeing, having the trip of her life. And Warren's having a bro trip with his homies.
The bros.
Yeah, so he's gonna be a lit time over there, and I'm starting a new job, so I'm gonna be busy. But we will be taking a 1 to 2 month break, I believe, on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe we should be back by mid-June at the latest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If not earlier.
And we will definitely start off our first couple of podcasts with some like stories about what's happened in our lives.
There's gonna be so much to talk about.
But yeah, so that's what's gonna happen. But also season 2, we're gonna try to do some new interesting things, right? Like we're gonna have some surprises that we have to talk about. But
I want to say what they are.
I know it's gonna be a good time. But it's been a pleasure recording season 1. We got one more episode next week. We're gonna hit it hard. But I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit early what's gonna be happening.
Yep.
Okay, I think that's it for this week. So this has been SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. I'm Doug, and I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me. Please like, subscribe, download, and leave us feedback and questions at SojuTalkPodcast@gmail.com, YouTube, Reddit, wherever you are finding us. We will be back next week with the last episode of Season 1 of Soju Talk. We will see you then. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.